You can build a 7-figure
Sure.
business by yourself. And I think that that is, for some people, an awesome way to do business, because some people straight up do not want to deal with the difficulty and hassle of managing contractors and certainly not full-time employees. And I was that person for a long time. And I ran a solo business, just me, before you and I got together. Like, there was nobody there but me writing, doing all the work, and I was making 6 figures a year. And I got bored with it, and I got kind of depressed, and it wasn't as fun as I thought it was going to be. But it turns out that I just really I actually enjoy the process of managing. Maybe not even, I don't love managing people, but it's something that I can do. But I love the team aspect, and I love the building toward a bigger vision with other people. Like, that's what makes it very fun for me. I didn't know that at first, though. So I think it solely depends on what kind of person you are and what you enjoy doing. Because doing everything by yourself sucks, totally being the person that has to do all of the grunt work. It's cool for a year, cool for 2 years. For me, once I got into 3 years of it, I was like, okay, this is kind of lonely, and this is kind of a grind, and this kind of sucks. And then now that I've been hiring people for, maybe 4 years now. And now I just hired another full-time employee. We'll probably hire 1 or 2 more this year. So we'll be a team of 5 or 6 full-time and contractors and stuff. That to me is a ton of fun. And it's obviously more stressful because, the people management side of things and trying to figure out what people want, what they don't want, and how to motivate people, and all the different things that come along with complexity. That's difficult, but I feel super energized every day, and I love what I'm doing. So it just depends, so I don't think, I think that you should be wary of people that say this is the only way that you should do this, because they're likely trying to sell you their program or something. Not that there's even anything wrong with that, but there's no one size fits all in business. And somebody saying that a 1-person business that does 7 figures is superior. Is that superior to a $50 million a year business where you can exit for $100 million or $300 million? I don't know. Depends on what you want. If you want to make $100 million, then a 1-person business that you would have a hard time selling is not superior. So it all depends.
It's interesting because you talk about, having the team and how much that energizes you and stuff. And, when I think about what's the ideal situation for me, it's not being solo. And I don't know if it's the team thing. I have to have people to delegate to, for one. I've started to realize I'm really good at I'm really good at starting things, and I can finish things, but it takes me, after the initial start, I get too many other ideas, so it takes a lot of effort to focus to finish that thing. But one of the things that works well for me at the agency, the way it's set up, is I can start something, someone can go do, so I do the first 10%, they go do 80% of the work, and then I come in and just finish it off. It's I can do the start and the finish, and they're doing the bulk of, so it's okay, here's the idea, here's what needs to happen, here's what you need to do, go do it. And it comes back, okay, I'm going to tweak it, I'm going to fix this. That works really well for me. So I feel I would probably, my strength would be a solid assistant in person, somebody local that I could meet with every day and work with. I feel that would probably be the best thing. Having an executor or an operator would probably be ideal. But then I think about that and I go, I know realistically what would happen is if I got that person, then I would immediately jump into team mode. I would just have that person to manage a lot of that for me, because I don't want to be managing the team, but I want somebody to talk to and bounce ideas off of, and to be able to go. And if I can have that one person that is accountable to me, and then they're maybe dealing with the contractors and stuff, that's probably where I think would be ideal. Cause I've thought about that. Right. And we've talked about do we want to have the big team? I'm I don't know if I want that. And then I started to realize, well, I probably do. I need that operator,
Yeah.
And the longer I've been doing this, the more I realize like I need somebody that I need that feeling of like I can go next door and knock on the office and bounce an idea. You know?
I think for me, and I think for anybody, it comes down to like I said, like you have to just kind of, as you get older and you start to reflect a lot more and think about like what you like and don't like if you just build towards your strength. And and it wasn't even something for me, like with the full-time stuff. I didn't sit there and go like, I'm good at managing people, I'm going to go down this path. I was talking, I credit Jess, who is our bookkeeper and runs our tax firm, the Bottom Line CPA. Like I paid for some coaching with her, and we did it for Ellie too.
It's like the closest thing to a life coach I've ever had.
Yeah, and it was like
person.
She just helped me realize, maybe just by telling me, but she was just like, "You're really good at this. Like I don't know if you know that you're really good at this the people part of this, but like this is something that you're really strong in." And so she kind of nudged me to go down the full-time route. And once I started doing that, I was like, oh, she was right. Like this is what I'm kind of built for.